Now, come to think about that, they're in an extraordinarily soft spot in their schedule right now. I mean, the teams that they're playing and beating right now, yeah, they're doing what they're supposed to do because they're getting wins over those teams, which is all you can ask. When you play bad teams, you should win. So they beat the Lions 28-19. They destroyed the Giants 38-11. The Seahawks, especially if Russell Wilson is hobbled or anything to that effect, which that was the game he actually got hurt. They win that game 26-17. And so now they got another game coming up that feels like a game they should just walk in there and stomp on guys. Now, it's weird, right? Because the team that beat the Rams just got through beating up on the Houston Texans this week. And I talked with Jared Page, our heavy on Cardinals beat writer.
Good dude.
We talked about that potentially being a trap game for the Cardinals, because the Cardinals have a huge game coming up this week, or their next game on Halloween, I believe it is, against the Green Bay Packers, which is really going to be like another measuring stick kind of a game for them. Now, here is the Rams playing bad teams pretty much over the last 2.5 weeks. And then after this game against the Texans, they have the Titans, and then they have the 49ers, and then they have the Packers. So now the Rams are in that same situation where they can't afford to look past the Texans, because as bad as the Texans are, they're still an NFL team. So are there any worry at all for you there that this could be a trap game for the Rams?
I'll probably start by saying this, Brian. Like, Sean McVay is really, really adamant about the Rams starting fast. And you go back to the Lions game, they were down 10-0. And then against the Giants, they were down early. And McVay didn't mince words. It's like, he wants this team, he wants this offense to start fast. And, you mentioned how, Houston potentially being that trap game. When you look at the record of certain teams, like, this is actually probably going to make people laugh, but in my years of following the NFL, it's actually come to be true. Sometimes your most dangerous teams are the league's worst teams. And the reason why I say that is because they're always scratching and clawing for their first win, and they're going to be a lot more aggressive out the gate. As it is with the Lions, I mean, they hit the Rams with 2 special teams trick plays. Yeah. It goes to show you that was a team that wasn't going to lay down. I would imagine that Houston is going to have a similar approach. That, obviously from a talent standpoint, the Rams have the complete advantage there. But I wouldn't rule out that you're going to see a feisty Texans group early on, and they're going to challenge the Rams early. I'm going to be curious to see how fast the Rams actually start in this game.
Yeah, the Texans, one thing about the Texans is they do, obviously they lack talent. I mean, they've literally scored a combined 8 points in their last 2 games. But they do play hard. And because of that, if the Rams are not careful, they could find themselves in a tougher game than they expect. The thing that I think protect the Cardinals from a potential trap game was the history between the franchises. So DeAndre Hopkins came from the Texans. J.J. Watt came from the Texans. And then also, the Cardinals haven't been as far or accomplished as much as the Rams. Now, I'm not saying that the Rams are going to fall victim to this, but I do think that there's a little bit more sensitivity there and a little bit more, maybe more warranting of them falling into that trap, because the Rams have been to the Super Bowl. They've been to the postseason. This group overall, with the exception of Stafford, because Stafford should be like the hungriest dude on the team, which is great when your quarterback is in that position. But a lot of those other guys have been into the postseason, and so it's going to be an interesting dynamic to watch, honestly.